How to track both a text and a picture to an object inside Davinci Resolve. That is happening if both the text and that arrow are following the airplane's wheels and then they disappear. That will be done on the Fusion tab. Let's just take a look what is here. What we will be adding is this part. That's the text, the landing gear text. That is the arrow, which is this one. And the transform is needed to change the position of that arrow. The text doesn't need it. The text can be moved without this transform. And the tracker is simply copied and pasted from this one to that one. So we just multiplied that. So let's start from the beginning. Let's delete this. Import one of those airplane videos. Go to the Fusion page. Let's move this down a little bit. Hold down the scroll wheel of the mouse. First, let's track the image so that we can add the text and the arrow onto it. Press the Shift key and the spacebar key on the keyboard. Okay, and type in tracker. That tracker will be used. It will be added here. That's the tracker. So this tracker is this one. You can use this, which is an IntelliTrack, or you can add a point track and then delete this one. Let's try this one. I will move the tracker onto the wheel of the airplane from the center of that crosshair. You can grab it from there. I don't want to track too much, so let's limit the beginning and the end of the tracking inside this whole clip. So by dragging this number, the yellow line is moving the beginning of the tracked zone, and by dragging this number, I will move the other yellow line, which is the end of the tracked zone. And the tracking will be done only inside here. Let's drag that one even closer. Till somewhere there. Position it, let's say, somewhere in the center. Track forward and backward using this double arrow. I forgot to place the tracking crosshair onto the wheel of the airplane, but as I see, it tracked the wheel of the airplane. Now let's add the text to this. Here's a text plus, drag that one, drop it there, connect the end of that text and drop it to the tracker. So the text is connected to the tracker. Click on the tracker, operation, match move, go to the text, type in a text, move that text, let's say, down there. Select the tracker, press Ctrl C on the keyboard to copy it, Ctrl C, and now Ctrl V to paste it. So we have another copy of the tracker. We will attach the arrow, it's a still image, a PNG in this case. Drop it there, connect the arrow to the tracker also. Let's rename this one, right click on it, rename, and call it arrow so that we can know what it is. Okay, now select the picture, in this case the arrow, and in order to move it, to reposition it, we need to add this one between the arrow and the tracker. Click on it and it was automatically added between. Now with the transform selected, you can reposition the arrow, rotate it from the circle, and it is being tracked if you scroll forward and backward between the two yellow lines. And it's not tracked outside. A simple way to make it disappear is to come back to the edit tab. Let's say till here, cut it there, Ctrl B. We don't need to show the text and arrow on this portion, so right click on that one, reset Fusion composition, reset, and thus it's not shown on the beginning. It is shown and tracked on this one, but look for the last part where it is still tracked, somewhere there. Cut it again, Ctrl B, and from this portion remove it again with reset Fusion composition, reset, and what is left is only this portion where the text and the arrow is following the wheel of the airplane. That blue line is the caching. Let's set it to enable. Render cache fusion output on. Playback. Render cache smart. And now that portion is playing smoothly. So nothing is shown here. The text and the arrow appears on that portion, and that it is hidden on this one. Once again, text and picture is following the airplane.